Welcome. What is up, everybody? Welcome into a new season of Hoop State HOOPLA. Miles Masercola, Anthony Simmons, Rod Bridgers here. Are y'all ready for this or what?
Absolutely.
The first special weekend of the season is that November 17th, 18th weekend. We have 3 events going on in 3 different places, 3 different area codes, 2 different states, some of the best teams all along the East Coast. And one of that first ones is the George Lynch Invitational. Myers Park Combine Academy at Myers Park. Some of the best players in the state of North Carolina are going to be playing in this game. You got Raquise Passmore recently announced his intention to go to Kansas. Bishop Boswell going to Tennessee. Sir Muhammad going to Notre Dame. Sadiq White, who's kind of in that top 50, top 20 range in the 2025 class. Jasheem Felton just announced his commitment to Seton Hall. You got the 2 sophomore bigs in Diallo and Rivers Knight at Combine as well. This is going to be a big-time matchup. What do you guys see going down?
I think this is probably the biggest game in North Carolina this year. I mean, I think there's some Hoop State teams that can match up where you can be like, whoa, but from a player standpoint, from a anticipation standpoint, from a like relative in area, like this is one of those games, bro.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. You're gonna have an event where you're gonna have over 10 or 11 Division I college prospects on one court at the same time. That's unbelievable. First of all, that just shows you the quality of the depth of the state in the state of North Carolina to begin with. Secondly, I mean, you got 2 powerhouse programs in the state of North Carolina. Myers Park's a defending 4A champion in the public school. Combine Academy, perennial top 25 nationally ranked team, 3-time defending Hoop State champion. So, like, you know, I mean, everything's there, you know. You got 2 great coaches, Coach Taylor in Myers Park, Mike Wright, Combine. I think they're both establishing themselves as some of the better coaches in the country at this point, you know. I made a statement on Twitter last week. You know, the past 5 years, I don't think anybody in the state has had more like Division I recruits than Mike Wright.
That's a fact.
And you know, you look at the optics. Up until last year, Mike Wright didn't even have a gym, and he had 5-star. Jones Sadu was a 5-star. Shameless plug. You know, I mean, you had guys like Elijah Jamison, Ezra Azar, you know, Silas, Demery Jr., you know, P.J. Edwards. So for Mike Coach Wright to build what he's built over the past years and continue success, like. This team now, like, if you talk to him, he'll tell you this is probably his deepest team he's had.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And for Combine, with it being early in the season, I think their biggest obstacle is just how does everyone gel early? That's going to be their biggest obstacle for some Myers Park team that probably doesn't have the depth, definitely doesn't have the depth. They're way more top-heavy, but they've been together for a while. So how does that translate? How does Myers Park deal with not having Elijah? Obviously, he was a cog there for so many years.
Yes.
They're going to miss him dearly. But at the same time, you know, those guys have been used to playing against each other for a while. Sadiq White is a mismatch in the front court with how big he is and what he kind of showed us this summer, especially in June with Myers Park, how good he looked playing with them. So this is one of those signature games that we see every year in November in the state of North Carolina.
Defending state champ, you're playing Combine. To put this out there, this game has supposed to happen for like the last
2 years or so.
I think at home it brings them a different comfort level, but at the same time we know from Mike Wright teams, like, they're really not even used to playing home games. One name we didn't mention for Combine, Jayan Walker.
Absolutely.
Left Millbrook, 20-point per game scorer. You come to a situation where you at Combine, different kind of pieces around you, can score points in a hurry.
Myers Park is they're battle tested. They played in a lot of big games, and you know, it's just something about being at home. You know, one thing we always talk about in basketball, we talk about playoff series and things of that nature. When you're at home, your role players always play a little bit better. They shoot the ball a little bit better. The energy is a little bit better. Maybe it's because of that home feeling. So I'm not gonna make a prediction, but I'll say Myers Park at home. If you're a betting man,
it's tough to bet against Myers Park.
It's tough to bet against Myers Park. That's no disrespect to Combine in any way, shape, or form. That's just a tough environment.
Yeah, it is. I think like if we were setting a line, home court would shift it by 6 or 7 points in a game like that.
We do it all. You want basketball in North Carolina? Come to the Hoop State. Soon to be national.
We live, man. Oak Hill Combine, man. We're getting ready to tip off. About to be lit in here, bro.
Stay solid, and we're gonna make history, dog. I'm telling you.
They going for 3, dog. That's it. Tie game. That's tie ball game. Tie ball game. I just called it.
The support that the basketball community has. I mean, I guess they call it Hoop State for a reason.
Leesville, Millbrook, Part 2. It is absolutely electric. Wow. Oh, my goodness.
We back. Yeah, in my city.
That was Dave Cunningham.
Moving on to the Virginia Beach event. We have a big-time matchup between two of the best players in the country in 2025. Nate Ament has burst onto the scene in a real way, has NBA people reaching out to guys like me and seeing, hey, what's the deal with this kid? Why isn't he being talked about? And then all of a sudden he gets a Duke offer and he's top 15 in the country. And it happened that fast. He's playing against a kid, Eli Ellis, who is as proven a kid in the junior class in the country with what he's done with his pedigree at this point. Moravian has obviously Isaac. They got a lot of other different players as well in that backcourt. Guys like Kendrick Wilson. They brought in Dwayne Williams. They got Abu. And then Highland School has a bevy of pieces that have led them to a lot of success over the years as well. A lot of other kids being recruited at the scholarship level. This is more of a greater Eli Ellis question. Like, what kind of time do we expect him to be on coming back into the state of North Carolina, and how do you expect him to kind of set a tone?
What type of time? What kind of question is that? Listen to me. Let me make sure. Okay. He's the last one left that's been through it all in the hoop state.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think the thing about this year, right, is like we have new players, you know what I'm saying, that it's now their turn. But the one veteran that's been there through it all, that's been there through our growth, you know what I'm saying, that's sold out streams for us, is Eli Ellis. And it's just his time. Like, last year, I felt like, you know what I'm saying, it was Silas and Freddie's time. They've been through all that. It's Eli's time. Like, it's just his time, and I think he might average 35 points a game this year. And I'm not saying it to be funny, but he wants smoke. He can score at all 3 levels. He shoots threes. He gets to the foul line, and he's arguably the strongest guard in North Carolina. So I don't know how you play him. You can't play him zone. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to play him man. And then the system, right? Like, they're going to try to score 100 points. And you talking about a veteran Eli, bro.
No, it's funny because, you know, we talk about how long we've been around and, you know, where we started. You know, we remember a young Eli playing for Moravian Regional team in the Hoop State Championship the first year. It was 2020. So for him now, he takes center stage. Now he's the face of the Hoop State.
And I think the other thing is, too, like, he's had hundreds of thousands of other reasons to not come back.
100%.
And he's coming back. So I think there's a point for him to prove, and he has seen the rankings and still feels disrespected by the rankings, and he understands the nature of it as, you know, a 6'1" below the rim white kid, but at the same time, he's still got to find a way to go out and compete and get that chip that he needs to be the edgy competitor that he is. Every kid that's ranked ahead of him on the list is going to get what he thinks they have coming for him.
Facts.
So this is another golden opportunity, different position, same AAU program, you know, kind of a weird thing with Nate Ament. But at the same time, Nate isn't going to just take it either. Nate's going to be ready to come back. Have you guys had a chance to really see?
So that was my follow-up question. Like, I know Rod has probably seen it, right? The breakdown you give, you know, is giving me vibes that I like what, you know what I'm saying, I'm hearing. So give me a breakdown, give the people a breakdown.
So the NBA people think he's like Cam Johnson, because he's like 6'8", he's a self-creator, he's got deep range, he rebounds really, really well, and he's still honestly, I still think more of a prospect than a player. Like, he's still got a ways to go, but he's really, really, really good.
I'm intrigued.
No, absolutely. Like,
and I'm pretty sure he's a scratch golfer too. Just put that out there.
No, I get in the check I've watched him a couple times, you know, playing with Loaded NC. And he's an extremely talented kid, like you said. Kind of does put you in the mind of that Cam Johnson, that long, rangy wing that can do multiple things on the court. You know, and I tell anybody, man, listen, if you have a Duke offer, and he has a Duke offer as a junior,
you official.
You are official.
Yeah.
This is a team that, correct me if I'm wrong, they won a state championship last year.
Yeah.
So you're adding a top 5-star player to the team. So don't know what they lost, you know, but again, at the same token, this is going to be It's going to be a hell of a matchup.
The Neptune tip-off, we're excited that they decided to bring us up. I know the Burlington School is going to be playing it as well. King Gibson, kind of, I guess, would you say appointed as the top freshman in the state coming in?
The country.
Is that? I mean, that's the conversation. But he's got a chance to be that good. What have y'all seen from him, and what do you kind of expect over the course of the season?
You know, and we always talk about who's next in the hoop state. King Gibson.
Yeah.
King Gibson. Like we've seen a lot of talented kids over the time, but somebody as polished as King has been as a freshman, I don't think we've seen a freshman wing this polished in a long. Like I can't even sit here and think in myself like who came in with this, like, you know, this ready to play.
And we've had a lot of good wings come through North Carolina over the past 5 or 6 years. Nobody was this good this early.
No.
Yeah, and I think for me to piggyback off Rod and you, it's the versatility.
Yep.
Right, we've seen him dominate games in various ways. We've known he was thrown in the fire. I'm gonna be real, like at that Josh level, that just, like he kind of showed that with some of them sophomores on the floor. And to be honest, I'm very big on how your peers judge you, right? His peers know he won't smoke. You know what I'm saying? His peers respect him. You know what I'm saying? What's up, King? They dap him up too.
You know, keep in mind, like you got one of the best scorers in the state. Like regardless of class, with Zion Walker on your team,
Thanks.
and he's one of the ultimate competitors as well too. So,
and over the course of this weekend, with 3 different events, we have over 10 top 75 players nationally in the country. Players like Sadiq White, Austin Swartz, Raquise Passmore, Eli Ellis, and so many more. So whether you're in Virginia Beach, Charlotte, or Wilson, there's going to be a lot of great talent for you to watch this weekend. 252 tip-off. So, Rod, what are some of the key players, key teams to watch? I know Zamareya Jones has a big game, so
yeah,
maybe
to start, you know, our season back in my hometown is amazing. Like last year's event was unbelievable. I mean, you know, we had, you know, guys like Drake Powell playing in the event, like, you know, and then, you know, the Wilson Prep Greenfield game was box office, Farmville play. But I'll be honest with you, I feel like this year is going to be a better event because I think we have like high level talent from start to finish. Obviously, you know, the 2 games are circled on everybody's calendar. 7 p.m. Saturday, Terry Sanford's girls versus North Pitt with Zamareya Jones. You know, the city's buzzing right now about Zamareya. Like the 252, they love a show, and that's what Zamareya is going to bring. So she is super hyped to play in this atmosphere. And you know, Simmons, like we love somebody that thrives in an atmosphere like that. You know, they're gonna be really good. I mean, you know, also too, you know, they have a freshman that's a 5-star recruit in Jordan Speller. And I don't know if you've seen her highlights, but I want to say this though, like this is going to be a really good basketball game because Terry Sanford is a perennial 3A powerhouse every year. My guy, Coach Chris Goodman, is taking over this year. He has a lot of talented girls on that team. He wants to smoke, so he knows what the type of environment. He knows what he's going up against. So this is going to be a great game. And then, you know, obviously the nightcap, the battle of
the World War of Wilson.
The World War of Wilson, man. The 2 perennial programs in Wilson Prep versus Greenfield. You know, Wilson Prep fresh off a second state title in 3 years, headed by, you know, Coach Anthony Atkinson. This is a really good basketball team. They're returning their core: Brandon Anderson, Leslie Mentor, Joshua Hicks, David Ellis. Those 4 guys all started last year, and they're all coming back. And so, you know, they're going to be a tough team. Greenfield's a tough environment to play in, man. I mean, and we know at Greenfield, you know, everything begins with Kobe Edwards, rising sophomore. Kobe's name is starting to really catch fire. You know, I don't know if y'all saw the video that was posted of him earlier today. Like that just kind of gave you a glimpse of how special he is. And you know, again, in the state of North Carolina, when we talk about point guards, I think there's a lot of boxes that Kobe Edwards checks in terms of size, speed, athleticism, scoring, defensively. Like he checks a lot of different boxes. So I think he's just scratching the surface of how good he can really be, and he's pretty damn good at this point. So.
Yeah, I think the only thing keep holding him back is just the reps in the high level games that he's obviously going in line to get, and getting stronger as he gets older. So,
right.
But he had as good of a freshman season as you could ask for, and is poised to do it again. His brother Nick is back.
Yep, Matt Kirby. They did lose Hampton Evans.
Yeah.
That was tough. He's at Farmville now. But adding a guy like Tyler Barnes. Tyler Barnes, an all-conference guy from Rocky Mount Senior High School over the last 3 years. Played with Coach Edwards and Team Trez. Like they're going to be good. They're going to be pretty good.
They got Gabe Marquis from North Raleigh Christian too.
To me, that was a quiet, extremely big pickup for them because he's a shot maker.
And he can play on the ball if you need him to too. So.
Yep. Then like I said, Matt Kirby. Matt Kirby probably end to end is probably the fastest guard in the state of North Carolina with the ball in his hands. So,
yeah.
So it's going to be a fun game, big environment. I'm looking forward to it, man. So
for sure, Wilson Prep's bringing back their core. They're going to be really good again.
They're going to be really good. Yeah. Wilson Prep's schedule out the gate is crazy, too.
That's good.
Yeah, they have Farmville. They play Farmville, Greenfield, Farmville, TBS, and somebody else. But it's I think they play Voyager, actually. But I don't know about the first three. No shade to Voyager, but I'm just saying. I think they play Voyager, but their schedule, their schedule is. I mean, to go, that's some smoke to start out with.
And just to have a chance to be down there last year, me and you, Miles, when we was at Rod event. You understand, just how the 2-5 feels about Rod and how they feel about basketball. It's a Rod event, so you gotta kind of downplay it a little bit. But guys, this is the biggest game in the 252 this year, hands down. It's not even close.
And on opening weekend.
Yeah, it's not even close. Yeah. Me and Miles saw the game last year, and last year was the birth, right?
Yep.
But you can hear what Rod's saying. For Wilson Prep and for Ant Atkinson, this is a revenge tour because this is my first time hearing the story, and he lost some of these games last year in ways that he ain't like to lose them. And he's a super competitor, and he don't forget anything. And now he's back scrapped like he was when he had his first state championship. So last year they took the bumps.
With a battle-tested group.
Right, and then you're in they got size. So that's the thing. Yes. It's not like they got a lot of 5'10" guys. They got size and athleticism with Big Dave and Leslie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Both of these two young men are definitely college players. Can't forget about my dog, Brandon Anderson. He's really good, too. This is special. That game, I'm telling y'all, it's going to be sold out. It's glizzies up top.
Yep.
Okay, it's popcorn, canned sodas, right? It's the door's going to be open because it's going to be hot in it. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be a great event. Brad does a great job.
Yeah, it's a unique atmosphere.
Big game. Wilson Prep, Greenfield for the keys to the city.
Welcome into the 252 tip-off presented by the Hoop State Network. I just want to tell Rob Richards, you did it, brother. This place is completely packed to the brim. The energy is great. Edwards, step back, dagger. No way. Kobe Edwards just sent Wilson Prep packing. UNC commit Drake Powell.
It feels great that I made my parents proud, so that's all that really matters.
Haven't seen this place like this since Kobe White was here. Kobe White is the best scorer to ever play high school basketball in the Hoop State. I think the environment in here is going to be special. I think the game on the court is going to be special. It's the student versus the teacher. Like you said, it's the World War of Wilson, and we can't wait to bring it to you live on the Hoop State Network.
This is one of the games down in George Lynch. It's kind of an old school big man matchup. Christ School and Chambers. Mario Hansen, Zamareya Wilkins. So Hansen has established himself as a really, really good player in the state. Chambers has two sophomores that the whole state and really the country is about to get to know about.
I'm lurched.
Marcus Kerr and Taurus Bowie. And Taurus Bowie is probably 6'6", 147 pounds, and good for 35.
Okay, so
he
gave me 30. He gave me 30. He gave me 30. So I saw it firsthand.
And then Marcus, really, really good player as well. A little more filled out. I'm intrigued to see what both of them do with Mario. And then Christ School, Zamareya Wilkins made himself a national commodity this year. Dunked all over Cooper Flag, beat Maine United in Memphis at EYBL, and just was that team's most reliable producer all year, including Sadiq White. He was their most productive player. How do you see that matchup going down, and what do you expect to see from Mikey Wilkins over the course of the year? Because we're going to have him in a few different events.
Man, I love Mikey Wilkins because he's that throwback type of player.
He's like a skilled Richard Howell.
Yeah, like he wants to play down, like he wants to be physical, like he wants to put his body on your paws. Like I love the way he plays the game, his approach to it, man. Christ School is a good team. Bryson Coakley's there as well too. So this is a really good basketball team, man. The Chambers, man, those two sophomores, man, good lord, like they. Marcus Kerr might be the best scorer in
he can score anybody.
In 2026, he can score that basketball, man. He has that.
The best competition in the class might be on his own team. Like those two are like
they can score that really can score that basketball, man. So it's exciting to see him. That's a big time pickup from Chambers, because I know he was at West Charlotte last year. So, I think it's just another one of those years, man, where Chambers is quietly putting together a state title team, and like. Now moving forward, obviously Mario's a senior, but now this year moving forward, next 3 years, you have a chance to win a state championship every year. So that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, in public school ball, you're not going to come across too many teams that can hold those two wings in check like that. It's just not. It just doesn't exist.
Right.
Are there any other games kind of from this weekend? I know that I got a list of players here of guys to talk about because there's plenty. Austin Swartz and Cannon's playing in this game. Johans Connor is playing in this game in this event with 1-of-1 prep. They're really, really good. I got a chance to see them practice. They've had coaches in their gym the whole fall. Continuing down the list, Javante Ware, like I said, another one with 1-of-1. He's picked up some high major offers. And there's Winston-Salem Christian. They're back in the fold.
I always feel like with Winston-Salem Christian, and it's not just us, not saying it's us in general, but in the state, I don't think people appreciate what they do year in and year out as a basketball team.
And they've had bad injury luck, which hurts too.
Right.
But they've still always been right there every single year.
And I'll say it. It's not a sexy brand of basketball. They don't get up and down. They're not flying on the rim, but they play the game the right way. They defend the crap out of the ball.
And they win.
Then they win. And Coach Antonio Lowe is one of the best in the business to do it. So, but I just think they're a consistent program. And the word on the street is this new point guard they got, Jordan Lowry, the real deal. He's had a lot of people.
Yeah. I got to see him in Texas in 2022 and when he was playing for Jermaine O'Neal, and he was really, really good then. Expecting him to be good now. They still have Tybo Bailey. They still have Lewis Walker, who's another kid that's been through wars in the hoop state that is kind of ready for his moment. Isaiah Washington. Braden Crump is finally healthy, which is great to see.
Our boy Crump, yes.
He committed to Elon, and apparently he's playing really, really well. Kind of probably had to play it safe with the injury history, but another one that can really play. So there's a lot of great basketball going on this weekend. It's a perfect kind of table setter for the season ahead, and we're excited about it here at the Hoop State Network, I can tell you that for sure. All right, and that about wraps up this episode of Hoopla. Like I said, we have 3 different events this weekend. That's 1, 2, 3, Charlotte, Wilson, and Virginia Beach. I think that's about it. If you can't be there, get it on the stream, hoopstatelive.com. Be sure to follow us on all of our socials. But we want you guys in the building. So if you're within driving distance, come check it out. The full schedules will be up in the link of this description of the video, as well as all over our socials. And you guys have anything else to say, or are we good?
We're back. We're back. We're back.
That's it. We'll see y'all soon.